This morning on live television, Savannah Guthrie listened from the Today Show studio as a correspondent reported on a ransom note indicating that her own mother is dead. We reported those new details here last night, that the ransom note claimed Nancy Guthrie died shortly after she was abducted and that she was, quote, buried with nature now. NBC reported those details this morning, and daughter Savannah did not hide her pain.
This is unusual and unprecedented, to say the least, to be sitting here. But, you know, I don't have any comment on the story, and I'm not involved in our coverage. But I can't pretend I'm not here. And so since I am, I wanted to just take the opportunity to ask people, to beg people to come forward. Somebody knows something. And this is a news story today that is on your radar, but this is the life that my sister lives, that I live, that my brother lives, that our extended families live, that our children live every day. And we are in agony. And we cannot be at peace. So no matter how much I try to come out here every day and smile and find that joy, and I will, I promise I will. This is a moment to tell you that we need your help. We're begging for your help. And I'm not going to miss that opportunity. And so please, if you're watching, yes, no matter how small, the reward is there. You can tell us. It can be anonymous. Please do the right thing for us, for our family, for our children.
It has been 5 months since Nancy Guthrie was abducted. These doorbell camera pictures of a masked man outside her home are still really the only clue as to who that was. Joining us now is former FBI profiler Ray Carr. Ray, first of all, oh, God, just watching Savannah this morning, watching a story about her own mom and this ransom note saying that her mom was dead, it was excruciating. But might this also be a valuable thing for the investigation? Might this motivate whoever knows something, because someone knows something, to finally speak up?
Yeah, I agree, Elizabeth. It's heart-wrenching to what happened there. I mean, yeah, and it is going to be beneficial. From language choice, taking a look at this ransom note versus others, to be able to authenticate it. Psychological distancing of the offender, what I'm seeing.
What do you mean? Explain what that means, psychological distancing.
Well, a lot of times when you have an offender that softens or uses abstract language like buried in nature, it's almost poetic. And people have a tendency to do that in order to distance themselves from the violent act itself, in order to put themselves in a better light by reducing their own guilt, by romanticizing what just happened or what happened. That's what I mean by that.
And it basically makes it sound like she's at peace with nature, right? It minimizes the incredible awfulness of what's just happened.
Well, I think it's very odd to say something like that. Most individuals that would use language would say she's buried in the woods, or she's buried
in the desert.
In a desert or something of that nature. But to be the statement that he used, and then there's other statements that I found that I also thought were unusual, like her death was not intentional. You know, most individuals, when usually you're looking for truthful disclosures, you're saying what happened, where, when, who was involved. A lot of times, the phrase "not intentional" is just a word that suggests awareness of their culpability of what they're doing. I think the writer's main issue here is their central issue is the intent, what they want the message to get across to the public that's hearing this.
So why not just say, I didn't mean to kill her, or I didn't mean for her to die or something, or it was an accident?
Well, if I say I didn't mean to kill her, that does not reduce my criminal liability. But offenders often think that if I say it this way, it reduces how people will look at me.
Is it also possible that that might mean that Nancy Guthrie died of a heart attack or something from the incredible stress and trauma of being kidnapped in the middle of the night from your own bed?
You know, all those things, when you have someone that's 84 years of age and you have the stress involved there, you have the movement where they don't move very well, you have the medical conditions, all those probably led to her.
Do you see a motive beyond just the ransom money that would lead whomever took Nancy Guthrie to tell her family that she was dead? I mean, in other words, at that point, nobody knew. We know that the second ransom note that was deemed credible by the FBI, the first one just demanded money. The second one said that, she is it was unintentional. We didn't intend to cause her death. It was the one that says that she was no longer alive. What does that tell you about what why did he didn't have to say that, or she didn't have to say that. At this point early on, we thought people were holding out hope she was still alive.
Well, behaviorally, offenders are going to communicate for a couple different reasons. For one, they need to control the narrative. Okay, they need to control the media and to be able to direct the media. They need to relieve psychological pressure on themselves. Their guilt increases as time goes on. Their stress increases. Secrecy becomes unbearable over time, and it becomes a weight, and they're looking for an emotional release. And the other thing is they try and direct or redirect the investigation.
Did you see that happening in this note? Did they redirect in any way?
Oh, yeah, it's an accidental death, according to them. No, I didn't mean to do it. And the burial is remote, and there's no ongoing threat anymore. So now I want to let you know this so I can reduce the pressure on me as the offender.
And the chances of me getting caught. Hey, Ray, do you think this is just one person, or is it like two people? I mean, no matter what, it feels like this was an incredibly small circle that must have known, because nobody has given in to the temptation of this reward and picked up the phone to say, my brother, my neighbor, my friend did this.
I would, in my estimation, I believe there's more than one person here. I believe before we saw the back door, I think that was the entry point. I think this person at the front of the door trying to disable the camera, that was his job. So I think there's different people that had different jobs in this whole thing here.
What a mystery. And of course, we still don't know exactly what the motive exactly. I guess ransom is still it, and then ransom, once they figured out that she had died.
I can tell you this one thing, Elizabeth.
What?
That the writer's psychological guilt and need for control, this is all about the writer. Has nothing to do with Nancy. This is strictly for him and his edifice.
And his what?
For his edifice, for his own psychological well-being.
Because he's feeling guilty. Great.
Correct.
Yeah, lovely. Ray Carr, thank you. I don't know if it's Raymond, it might just be Ray, but Ray, thank you so much.
Thanks, Elizabeth. You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.